Here we have the new 2026 Toyota Tacoma. Now this one comes in the TRD Sport trim level with 4-wheel drive. Celestial silver is the paint, and then we have black and gray fabric interior. The powertrain consists of a 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that's mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. As we come around to the front end here, we do get our LED headlamps along with the LED fog lights there. And really like the front fascia of the TRD Sport. It just looks really aggressive with the flares and all of that. It's just really, really nice. As we come around to these wheels, these are going to be 18-inch alloy wheels. Like the design there. We get passive keyless entry on the front doors. And then to the door panel here, we have one-touch up and down windows on all 4 doors, rear window lockouts there, power door lock controls, power mirrors. We do get blind spot monitors in the side mirrors. And then storage bottle holders there. Auto high beams, traction control, cargo lamp, hood release. We get a manual tilt telescoping steering wheel. And here's that manual driver's seat, but we do get 2-way power lumbar support. Now I want to give a huge thanks to John Roberts Toyota here in Manchester, Tennessee for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. Now I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs, so this is kind of my space, but it's solid compared to the midsize truck segment, especially with this being a manual seat. So bottle holders, 12 volt, and there's a look at the front from back here. LED reading lights throughout. And then this one's actually on sale. You can see that there. So, and if you pull this strap here, gotta get my camera out the way, you get access to the back of the seat itself, and you can put your top tethers for the car seats. And I'm so glad that you're able to do that with this truck. Fuel caps here. There's a look at the exhaust. This one does have optional mud flares, so that's nice. But here's a look at the back of the truck. It's your tow hitch, spare tire. Easy let down tailgate. And then as we come around to this rear passenger side, you can see we have our lower anchors for the car seat sticking out there. And from either side, you can grab this strap, pull up, and you have a little bit of storage underneath the seat if you want to hide something. Child locks, lock, unlock there. Now here's the window sticker. Y'all can pause anywhere you need to take a closer look at anything. And then 45,850 is that sticker price. We're getting 19 miles per gallon city, 23 highway. And then to the front passenger seat, we can pump the seat up or down. Seat back can be controlled there, seat bottom. And then we have a lockable glove compartment with the owner's manuals here. Little storage in the top tray. USB-C port. And then as we come back around to the front end, just a quick look in the engine bay. There's that 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. Now before we hop in the driver's seat, I'm just gonna show off the blinkers. And those are LEDs, so they don't dance like that. It's just how my camera's picking them up. But let's get in the driver's seat. So nice leather wrap steering wheel here. There's the horn. Now over here to the infotainment system, we get Experience Drive Connect. If you want to hook up the cloud navigation, you can do that. Audio sources include AM, FM, XM, Apple Music, and Amazon. You also get wireless CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility. And then your general settings here, you can change your language or units of measurement if you so choose. Get a nice volume knob here on the side, so you can turn the volume up or down, then press to turn the audio source on or off as well. Backup camera, guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. Pretty good picture. And then down here, we get single zone automatic climate control, so we can toggle the auto there and then turn that off by adjusting the fan speed. Then we can adjust temperature. We have the heated mirrors, the defroster, and then we can change fan direction here, AC toggle, and then fan speed. You can hit this to turn the fan on or off. And there are your hazards there. Now down here, you have two USB-C ports you can connect directly to your phone. 12-volt storage tray over here. And then for the shifter, press the button in, reverse, neutral, drive. You can come over here and manually shift. Electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. Automatic brake hold here. And then you get your full four-wheel drive here. So press this, turn. And then you also have your drive mode, so you can hit that and then go through your sport. And then you also have your eco, normal, and then your tow haul mode as well. Now your bottle holders are here. Center console cubby space is here. And there's a look at the back seat from up here. Now up here, LED reading lights, sunglasses holder, and then your vanity mirror right there. Now back up front, left side stalk, blinkers, low beams, fog lights, and then you have your intermittent wipers on this side, one time off, intermittent low, high, and then you can adjust that intermittent frequency here. Left side of the steering wheel, we have your volume down, volume up, voice recognition, and then you have your back button, Bluetooth button. These two arrows and this switch goes through the middle part of the gauge cluster. So you have different ways that you can actually adjust what's shown here. So if you want to have this here, come over here and change this, you can do that. So it's actually pretty neat. You have three gauge faces that are configurable. So it's not like you have to choose between what Toyota has. You can make it your own, which is really cool. And then this right side, we have the mode button. That'll go through your audio sources. Track list or radio station presets you can toggle here. And then for your safety sense, you just can go between adaptive and regular cruise here. When you're in adaptive cruise, you can adjust the gap there, set your speed in either cruise control there and cancel. And then your lane keeping systems here. When everything is on, you can activate your driving support system there, and that'll give you your adaptive cruise control with the lane centering. Push button start. Finally, here's the key fob. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2026 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Tacoma here, it's a pretty good engine, I think, just based on power and output, just how it drives. Paired with this 8-speed, just the powertrain you get here. It's just a lot of fun to drive just overall. It's quick, it sounds good when the blow-off valve goes off, but you know, you have the different drive modes as well, which is also helpful. Just having the eco mode, the normal mode, the sport mode. It just makes it, you can make it your own if that makes sense. If you're driving around town and you know, you just want to sip gas as much as possible and you drive this thing to Lowe's or Home Depot to get stuff for your garden, then you can do that. If you use it for daily driving to go back and forth to work, normal mode will probably be good. And then if you just feel like, you know, hitting it from a stoplight, you put it in the sport mode and you can, you know, give it full throttle and really feel this thing pull. But in pretty much every drive mode, you still get a nice Turbo 4 feel in a pickup truck. So even as I come out of this corner here, if I put my foot down just a tad, it'll still get up. Even in eco mode, as I'm not really pushing it. Now, as far as the layout of the truck goes itself, specifically with this one being a TRD Sport, I like that we get single zone automatic climate controls on this truck. I like that we can change the fan direction with a touch of a button. The infotainment system, it's good, but in the TRD Sport, you know, you have this beautiful push button start. I would want the screen to be like 2 inches bigger, but I'm nitpicking at this point. Everything else just kind of makes sense for a mid-sized pickup truck. This digital display is really nice. The lane centering, the lane keeping system, the adaptive cruise, that's pretty much a standard go-to on most vehicles nowadays, so I'm glad we get that here. And then I think I forgot to show this in the walk-around portion, but the pedals are like that aluminum brush, like they look like sport pedals, and I really like that. Now, as it gets windier out here, it's the wind noise is coming through just a tad. It's not overly intrusive, but it is, you know, you can hear it as I'm doing 45 here because the wind is kind of going crazy. And if you heard it earlier or in the walk-around portion again, you know, I apologize for that, but that's just something I have to deal with my setup. Now, one thing about the TRD Sport, this hood is very, very big. With the Sport, you get the hood scoop there and all of that. Other than that, it's pretty much the same hood that you would expect, but you can just kind of see how the hood scoop was kind of welded to it. And it gets in the way just a little bit, but for the look, it wouldn't really bother me, but it's different. If you're not used to having hood scoops and things like that, then you'll probably notice that after driving this a few days, but you get used to it. It doesn't really affect visibility, in my opinion. But I mean, the overall, the feel is good. The amenities are good. I wish we had a power seat here. We get power lumbar support, but especially with a truck this size, a mid-size pickup in general, you need all the space you can get. And you really need to be able to find that perfect seating position to maximize rear seat space or rear cargo space, depending on how you're using it. So I just wish we had a power seat in this TRD Sport. Of course, you can go up, pay for an upgrade, or go up in trim level, pay for an upgrade. But again, for this money, I'd probably lose the automatic climate control just to get the power seat. Now, I've been driving in eco mode, and again, it does a really good job in this mode. I probably, for daily driving, wouldn't even need to put in normal mode, but I am, for the sake of this test drive, going to put it in a Sport, and I'm going to see if I can give it a pull getting on the interstate here. Not going to floor it, but going to give it a little something. Here we go. So yeah, very quick. So I'm gonna put it in a normal mode now. And I wanna give a huge thanks to John Roberts Toyota once again here in Manchester, Tennessee, for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But I think for the money, the TRD Sport's it's a good option. Me personally, and you know, everybody's finances are different. Everybody's, I guess, needs are different. You get a four-wheel drive truck here, which is important. For the power seat and just to add a little bit more, I would probably go closer to that 50K, maybe even a little bit above to get everything that I want. But if the seats aren't really a big deal for you, like everything else on this truck, the looks are great for you, this is a good option in the mid-size truck, I guess, segment. I do feel like you can get a power seat cheaper in some of the other manufacturers, but again, with this one being a TRD Sport, just the way everything's set up to go off-roading, to have the 4-wheel drive, it's a solid price, I think. I like that we get the all-digital gauge cluster here. I drove an SR5 a while ago, and that just had the digital screen in the middle. The screens are about the same on the side, or the infotainment system, I think. And that one had optional heated seats, where this one does not have heated seats, but I'm guessing you can add that for another $500-600 bucks. But overall, I like the way this truck is set up. I feel like there is a market for just an off-road capable pickup. You don't care about any of the extra stuff. You care about the drivability and the off-road readiness of your truck. So, you know, having the standard lane tracing assist is a bonus with the adaptive cruise control. Having the LED lights is nice. It's again, it's a good option if you don't necessarily need to be top of the line. You don't really care about the features as much as you care about the usability of having a mid-size off-road capable 4-wheel drive truck. So and it does offer a lot. Again, if you're in that segment, you do want off-road readiness, and everything else just comes as like an afterthought. But all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2026 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport.